Oh. Hello, this is Sophie Turner, who plays Sansa Stark.
Maisie Williams, who plays Arya Stark.
And Isaac Hempstead, Wright, who plays Bran Stark.
Ooh.
Welcome to the world of Game of Thrones.
Where magical creatures rule the earth. I'm joking.
Okay, so we're not going to sing for you this year, as you can probably tell, since we're halfway through the intro and we haven't sung yet. But we've matured.
We've matured an awful lot, I have to say.
So we've decided to beatbox it instead.
Okay, take it away, Isaac.
Alright, I'll lay down a beat.
Dragonstone. Yeah, Dragonstone.
Yeah, what you saying, Dragonstone? Come at me, bro. What you saying, Dragonstone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wag one,
yeah.
come here. Now we're going to Pike, where it's
Pike,
really
yeah.
nice.
Bridges in Pike.
Bridges in Pike, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, so is Pike Bridge. It's falling down quickly.
Across to the wall. Oh, Winterfell is where it's at. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Godswood, where the trees are growing tall.
Let's state the obvious things in this. We're going to the wall where it's really, really cool. It's actually ice cold. Yeah, that's
Yes.
Alan Taylor on the credits. What you saying, bro? What you saying, bro?
What you saying?
Welcome
Yeah,
to Game
across
of
the
Thrones.
sea,
Game of
across the
Thrones.
narrow sea, super narrow, yeah. What's
Game
going on, you and me,
of
yeah?
Yeah. I can't rap, but I'm gonna say something in a big cap, yeah. What?
Game of Thrones.
Down.
Season 2.
And thank
Episode
you.
3.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yay.
Written by Brian Cogman. Directed by
Alex.
Sakharov. Sakharov.
Alexa Capita.
Dark.
All of you.
Okay. So. Oh, this is the really horrible scene where like John gets like beaten
So
up.
at the end of last episode, didn't John see
Oh yeah, scary
John-
scary.
John,
saw the White Walker killing the baby? Is that right?
wasn't it Craster killing the baby?
No, because like
he
the
grasped
scary
gives the
dude.
White Walker
Craster
the
gives
baby.
the White Walker
Okay.
the baby. There we go.
So I'm rooting for John,
Slightly
by the way.
unsavoury Craster.
Who isn't rooting for John? Come on, guys.
John owns.
Well, clearly Craster isn't. That would be kind of awkward.
Girl,
Yeah,
you
but
kinda
Craster is
going
an odd
up.
fellow.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of bizarre. You know, him and his daughters.
I didn't
Yes,
actually
it's
have
an
much.
interesting relationship.
I didn't have much to do. I didn't like talk to
Commander, leave us.
these guys very much. I didn't see any of them very much.
No, because Kit was like away in Iceland all the time.
Yeah, I remember I was like, "Oh, I'm going home now. I've wrapped," and he was like, "What? I haven't even started," because he was
Yeah.
going out to Iceland.
Yeah,
and
'cause
stuff.
they all
And
stated
Emilia
it
started
off,
in like December, didn't she? No, not December, September.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone started really
yeah.
late.
We're all
Just as
moving
we were
away.
finishing. We're all split up
separating.
now.
The first season, it was so. It was,
Yeah, like all together.
yeah.
And
And then it's like,
Bezies, and then woo!
I know.
Downhill.
That is exactly what happened. Exactly.
Poor old Neddy.
Offerings. He's murdering
Oh,
his
look
own
at
children.
John. He's all beat up and bloody.
You know, he's got a bruised lip.
Yeah.
I think he like.
Your uncle.
When he acts, he actually sounds like he's got a bruised lip. Like he doesn't move his bottom lip if you look. What? No, in this bit, if you watch him talk, he doesn't move his bottom lip because he's acting that he has a bruised lip.
Oh, I thought you meant like him acting like regardless of whether he actually has a bruised lip or not. He sounds like it.
No,
Like Maisie.
I'm not that rude.
Por
guys.
favor, senora.
Come on. But yeah, look, he doesn't move his bottom lip. Like
What is that? Oh,
You
it's
see?
a horse.
You see?
I was like, what's
Yeah.
that behind him?
Subtleties in acting. You know. Genius.
He's got a big beard.
I do enjoy the stuff in Iceland though. It does look fantastic.
I know.
I know.
Apparently
Even
they
colder than
saw-
Belfast, probably. Though.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's probably not possible.
That's kind of inevitable, I guess. Apparently they saw the Northern Lights like so many
know.
times.
That would have been so cool.
Some of the stuff looks like it's like, you know, green screened and stuff, but it's genuine.
Yeah, Rose Leslie, who plays Ygritte, was saying like none of it was green screened. It was all
Yeah.
real, which
The-
is kind of
the sort of-
mind blowing.
The sights, just amazing.
I know.
Amazing
Crazy.
landscapes.
Oh, this bit's really cute.
I know. I love this.
I know,
bit. Oh.
Gillian John.
Cute.
TV couple of the year.
They are such a good couple.
I know. Wasn't she in Skins?
You're leaving.
She was,
Oh, I
wasn't
didn't
she?
know.
Yeah. Watched it, didn't I?
Wanted to give
Girl.
Girl.
Well, it gives her a symbol,
Symbol,
doesn't
doesn't
he?
it?
Gives
Yeah.
you- I love you, Gilly.
Sorry if we just ruined that for you, but
Sorry.
bam, there's the thimble.
Yeah. Spoilers alert, there's a thimble coming.
It's there.
Oh,
It's-
dang.
I'm so glad she takes it. Oh, damn it.
Maisie, honestly, what are you like?
But it's cute because they may never ever see each other again. So
I know.
it's not, you don't usually get nice people in Game of Thrones, and these are two nice.
These are two nice people. Well, you never know in the world of Game of Thrones. Might turn out to be really, really horrible.
I was just trying to lighten the mood. Lowered the tone there.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, I love it. Like Sam, like he's really shy around everyone. So then he finally like meets someone who he can be himself around. It's really cute.
And John Bradley West, who plays Sam, is just the coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
I know, he's
so
cool.
funny. Oh god, he comes up with the most hilarious things sometimes.
Oh, Direwolf man now.
It's a shame we like hardly ever see him though.
Yeah. 'Cause they're all... Hodor!
Hodor.
Christian Nan, who plays Hodor, I'm really good friends with him in real life after doing all that. He's a really cool guy, really funny. He introduced me to Minecraft actually, which I'm like now obsessed with.
He's a really cool guy.
Scared of the
actually.
direwolf.
Yeah, when I first watched this, I had not a clue what was going on. I was a bit like, why are we following around like Hodor's legs? And then
This shot they actually had to do. They had to do it backwards. Like the camera actually went away because of the focus.
Oh, so you
So
had
it
to
was
like
the
have
opposite
your
way
head
around. Yeah, and then
up
I went down, and then they
go
did it in
down.
reverse.
oh wow, that's good.
And they didn't like obviously have a real wolf. They just had like this giant cutout and a big furry toy of a wolf. Literally like the size of that, just sitting there on the bed, like yellow.
It's really cool. Oh, I miss my direwolf, lady.
Oh, yeah,
I really hope Ari finds Emilia again.
that would be cool. That would be cool.
Blood in my mouth would have made a fresh kill.
Talking about the strange dreams he's having.
I love your dreams. They're really cool.
Can you imagine just waking up and being able to taste blood though? That would be so weird. Waking up and like having a dream about being a dog.
Yeah.
I know.
I quite often have those dreams.
I so wish I could.
Yeah, it's a recurring.
I've been
dream for
talking
me.
to my therapist, but you know.
What do you like, names?
But I worked with Donald in another thing, and because I didn't have much to do with him in Game of Thrones, but he's such a lovely guy and a fantastic actor.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So
done
like the way he prepares himself as well is just it's amazing.
you can hear in his voice there's like so many different layers to his acting. It's
Yeah,
not just blurting out the lines. It's
and he
really,
makes
really-
it look super easy.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good.
And he does. He's another one of those actors that do like kind of so little, if you know what I mean. Like
Like Sean.
they can portray so many like emotions,
Emotions
but without
in one
like
look.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does. He's really subtle, but very warm and.
That's kind of the
lovely.
same with Lena as well. Like she's really, really subtle, isn't she? But,
Yeah.
damn, she's good.
So what was it like filming this scene?
It was good fun. Yeah, I remember it was. I think it was in Banbridge. We were doing it in the studio because obviously they're building the new bit on the paint hall. But it was much warmer than the paint hall.
Oh, the paint hall has apparently got
I know, but they've got the new bit. It's,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
got a bit of warmth in there now, eh?
Shame I'm never inside. God.
I know, you're always outside.
I know it's all location now. All location.
That's quite cool.
So is this like kind of the middle of the night?
Yeah, no, I think he's putting Bran to bed.
Oh, okay.
Like, go to bed. No,
Evening.
yeah, no, maybe it is the middle of the night. It might be actually.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
Can you imagine sleeping with all those massive skins?
I know.
You'd be
After, like,
insanely
they're
boiling.
they are.
But think about how cold it is in Winterfell, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be nice.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a
Nice.
bed. The bed wasn't very comfortable though.
No, I can imagine.
I remember I did a scene once in season 1 in my bedroom, and my bed was made out of like boxes with just this little quilt over the top.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I had a genuine bed. Genuine. Ah, yes.
Where are we?
Renly and Marjorie.
Renly's
Renly's
camp.
camp, yeah.
Oh, the
I
epic
love
battle
this-
between Loras and
Well, we'll
someone
find out.
we're gonna
won't we?
find out soon.
Gwen as Brienne is so good, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she prepares herself really well. Like she went to the gym. She like
Did she?
yeah, she
Wow.
took protein shakes. She was
Wow.
really dedicated to the part. So
Wow.
It's so
Well,
funny.
Much respect.
It's so funny how you just Renly's just watching Loris. Like,
I know. I love it. It's brilliant.
I didn't do any work with these guys either.
Ooh!
This is a shame. It would have been nice to be there watching people die.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's always a pastime of mine.
That looks so scary, that armour.
I know.
Looks like one of those scary chess pieces, you know?
Yeah.
Shame he fell over.
I love this bit.
Even after I read this, I still didn't know who it was.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, who's out there?
Who is that?
Remove your helm.
And then,
This is the moment.
Boom! I'm a woman!
That is exactly what she said, Isaac.
Exactly.
I am a woman.
I am a woman.
oh, Gwen.
He's got such a cool hat. No, crown.
Hat. I love his cap.
Undermine the crown?
I think it's really cool. It's like entwining.
Yeah.
But there can only be one champion.
I love Marjorie's dresses. They're like so individual from like everyone else's.
Yeah, that's what I like
She's
about
got, like,
Game of
her own
Thrones, is that
style.
you can just, even if you're not sure of the characters, you can look at their outfits and know kind of roughly where you are, whether
Yeah.
you're down south or
Yeah.
in Winterfell.
Whereabouts is
Everyone
this,
has
actually?
their own style.
Isn't this like kind of the
Is
middle?
this the Stormlands? Because that's where the Baratheons are, aren't they? I don't know.
Oh god, this is awkward.
Rise.
Yeah.
Free end of the Kingsguard.
Oh, she's joined the Kingsguard.
Fantastic.
Yay.
Catelyn's face.
Yes, very good.
Your brace.
Isn't this where Catelyn asks her to be?
Yeah, bro.
Or
I think it's
did I
later on
miss
in this
that?
episode.
I can't remember.
Oh, sorry. Spoiler.
Spoiler, guys.
Spoiler.
Pleased to see you.
Didn't you, Sophie, do a bit of work with Natalie?
Yeah, in episode 10, I did like one scene with her, and we weren't even, communicating. We just exchanged a few sneaky looks.
Because you were really excited, weren't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember you saying.
So I'd seen her in the Tudors, and she was
That's
really
what
good.
she was in. I can't remember what she was in.
She was in The Fades as well with Joe
King's Landing.
Dempsey.
Oh, was she?
Yeah,
So they'd met
and
before.
Frances McGee was also in that as well. Yeah.
'Tis a small world. But yeah, she's really lovely.
I don't know, but she looks like so confident.
She's brilliant.
Yeah.
She's really cool.
Everyone really holds their own in it. There's, or everyone's performance is faultless.
I agree. I agree.
Stark is an honoured guest.
Has your son marched against Tywin Lannister yet?
I do not sit on my son's war councils, and if I did, I would not share his strategies with you.
If Robb Stark was
There are so many like new characters coming in and out, and
Yeah. It's difficult.
like
to keep
it's
track.
it's really difficult to keep track. But they've like managed to do it because of the costumes, and they've managed to edit it really
And
well.
even like
the
down,
storyline.
to make it less confusing, even down to like the titles and stuff, they've made it into the map.
Yeah.
Just so people can understand a little bit more where things are, and so
Yeah.
it's
It's a good idea.
because that's the only thing I was worried about, like in doing the show, is that people will get really confused because I get so confused sometimes. But
Yeah.
they seem to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Good idea. The whole title sequence thing.
better, Your Grace.
I want to ride a horse.
Yeah, you don't get to ride, do you? No, did you ride in the first season?
No, me and Sophie were supposed to ride, but because the takes so long to shoot with horses, because they have to reset them all the time.
Yeah.
So.
And I have
And,
I have an allergy to horses.
Do you?
Yeah, and I spent like 6 weeks rehearsing, like taking riding lessons before season 1. And then I, just about got over my allergy, and then they were like, yeah, you're not doing anything with horses. And I was like, no. And then the next season they were like, yeah, you might do something with a horse. So, I'll send you to Camilla and, train with horses again.
Oh, the horses are so
We went
good.
on a
though.
hack, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then my allergy came back. But no, I never got to ride a horse, and I was absolutely dying to. Oh, well.
The horses are just so beautiful on this show.
And they're
Yeah.
so good as
Yeah,
well.
they really behave well.
Battlefield. Die for him if I must. And if it please you, Brienne's enough. I'm no lady.
Oh, I love Theon's
This
character
is such
arc.
a good exchange.
Like this season, he Alfie
Really
Theon
sort of
really
comes
comes
out of
into
his
his
shell.
own. Yeah, it's like even though I was there reading the scripts and stuff like that, you know, when I watched it, it was like wow, and he gets like not accepted, but almost kind of, you know.
Yeah, having to go back and see his father after like so long of never being cast away, and the way these guys acted this was just very good.
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah, this is the slightly awkward moment after
after the other
something
slightly
happens.
awkward moment.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I think they're really good. Like those two, like
Together.
their work together is really cool.
And Gemma Whelan, who plays Yara, is actually a comedian. She's really because you can't imagine it. She's got some really good funny lines in this as well. She really does it well.
Gemma actually went to the school that I go to now.
Does she?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did she?
Did she? Yeah. Yeah, so we like reminisce on the old teachers we had and stuff. It's really quite cool. It's small world.
Yeah, especially like in this business.
Yeah.
It is actually, you always bump into
Yeah.
other people. But yeah, she's really lovely.
If you look at the table, they've got a really cool lamp on there. I just thought I might tell you, in case no one noticed. Look, when you go back to the wide shot, look at the little lamp on the table.
Okay, I'll be sure to
That's more of a candle.
take a
but,
gander.
you know.
Yeah, I was about to say lamp, electricity.
Yeah. They've invented electricity already in Westeros. Moving on quickly.
You can see it there down in the right. It's like got
What
a
is
little-
that either side?
Are they mirrors?
Yeah, I know they're like magnifying glasses to make the light.
That's really cool.
That's a good idea.
Game of
they actually
Thrones, you're
have
so
them.
clever.
I think the props, like stuff like that, is really,
Like
you know, they pay so much
attention
attention to
little,
the detail.
Detail, yeah.
and like you never get to see very much of it, but when you do get a chance to look at the tables, there's all books on there.
And they spend like so long, you
On
know,
all the
melting the
candles.
candles.
Yeah.
And then they have to, you know, chop off the wick thing.
And have to replace the candles if they get too low, because obviously we're filming. Like this is quite a long scene. They probably did this for most of the day, so
And
they have
so
to
many
replace the
candles.
candles and blow them out and light them up again between every single take. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kudos to the props guys.
Kudos.
Kudos.
really,
Isn't that an American term?
well, it sounds it.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Sounds Dothraki. Kudos. It does.
Come on, speak a bit of Dothraki for us then.
Yeah, I speak fluent Dothraki. No, I don't.
I speak fluent English, Dothraki
Valyrian.
in English, Valyrian, the common tongue. I can speak that so good.
So good. Yeah, add that to your CV.
But again,
Fluent.
we don't get to see Alfie much anymore, because before he was in because you did a lot with Alfie last season, didn't
Yeah, I
you?
did lots
Because
with
he was
Alfie.
up in like Winterfell,
Yeah.
but now you
Yeah, he
still
goes
do some
down.
with Alfie, but he's evil.
I think this season tops last season. Like, I didn't think it was possible to top last season, but now, like,
Yeah.
now that all the characters have split up and everyone gets their own individual storyline and characters become more complex, it's like, it's just
Yeah, like
topped it.
you would never know this kind of
speech is-
story. Yeah,
It's
and
his
that is
face
so
is
powerful.
amazing.
That's so
and
powerful.
That,
Like
the
having
camera angle as well really helps with
They
that.
did the same camera angle in season 1 with like Ned standing at the front, and I
Yeah.
think it was Catelyn
And
and,
Catelyn and,
Maester
Maester
Lewin
Lewin.
behind. Yeah.
It is so powerful though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a good impact.
It does.
You just want to give Theon a hug. Bless him.
Wow.
I know, until it goes slightly...
He's really trying, and then he just turns into an idiot.
I know.
Once again, exactly like that.
Oh, and his romance with Shay.
Cute.
I love it. They're like my favourite couple. But I say that
You
about
say that
every
about every
single
couple.
couple.
My favourite couple was Daenerys and Khal Drogo towards the end of season 1.
Oh, I know.
When they were like best friends and like, oh, my moon.
I think they were a bit more than best friends.
And then he died. Yeah.
I know. Oh, so sad. But yeah, I think it just touches me in the heart.
It's so funny. Is this the scene where he's getting a little bit frustrated because she's always hanging around? I think.
I don't know. Perhaps.
I'm not sure, but
I love
I
Shay.
think
She's
there's
like really
something like that. She's
sassy.
really funny.
Yeah.
She's like
She's got some cracking lines.
Is she from?
She does.
Where
Yeah.
is she from? Because we never find out.
I think she's from like Germany or something. I've spoken to her.
I
about
meant in
this.
the character.
Oh, she's from Volantis, isn't she?
Girl, I don't know.
No, she's not from Volantis.
Where is Volantis?
Oh, I don't
Is
know.
that an Essos? I have no idea.
Oh, this is so confusing.
Anyway, she's foreign.
Yes, I think we can
That wraps that up
establish.
nicely.
I'm the weakness.
But yeah, she's really good.
Because you work, I think in this episode you work with her a little bit, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
knew
can't
Handmaiden.
It's a brilliant episode.
Language can be a bit tricky here.
I'm too stupid to understand.
That's a good line, that one.
She does have some such good lines.
Her and Peter have
They must have
brilliant
such
lines
good banter
together.
on set.
And they're really good friends as well, so it's like really nice.
Oh, Peter. Just want to give him a hug too.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Miss Turner. Enter grumpy me.
Tommen.
So by this time
Marcella.
you've kind of realised that you don't want to be there, right?
I
you finally
remember.
realised.
I remember this
Wasn't there
scene.
green bread there?
Yeah, there was like all these different foods, and I really didn't want to eat it. And some of it was edible, some of it wasn't, and just kind of plastic. So I just ended up eating like green bread off my fork and trying to make it look realistic. But
Close up.
yeah, close up.
Oh, because you're talking about the wedding, aren't you? In this,
Cersei's like a little torturer in this scene.
she's really
When I get to wear a
manipulative.
dress, I want to wear a dress. You guys are all talking about dresses, like, and I'm stuck in trousers.
Well, I kind of want to wear trousers, you know? I can't
Maybe
do
we
my
could
lunges.
switch.
I get the best of both. I get like
You get
Well,
half
I get-
skirt, you get
not
like a
that I
little
want a
skirt and
skirt,
trousers.
but yeah.
He might.
Isn't this
I
like...
like that.
No, not this scene. It's another scene. Sometimes she's really horrible to you, and other times she kind of gives you advice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what to think of you anymore.
Don't know what
Well,
to do.
I mean,
whether to
I
trust
think
them.
it's because like their relationship, like Cersei has kind of been through it before with Robert.
And she can't
Not-
control him either, Joffrey. She can't
Yeah,
control
she can't
him.
control him, but she kind of it was an arranged marriage between her and Robert, and you know I kind of had the same with Joffrey, except for Robert wasn't quite so horrible.
Oh, this is where you meet Shay.
Yeah, this is my meeting with Shay. I remember this was actually the first day I met her as well, so I kind of didn't really know what I was about.
Oh,
so it was a
right.
bit of method acting there. But I felt really bad because I'm kind of mean to her in this scene, and I just met her, and I just had to be like, I'm really sorry, Sibel, for what I'm about to say. But yeah, she's really lovely.
I love the bit where you're just like, well, brush my hair, okay. I'll brush your hair.
When will she smile?
Poor old sense.
Are we not having... I just don't understand why you don't run away, girl. Seriously.
Jump out the window with like a paraglider and just be
I'm
like,
not going to
"Yay!"
do like a Bran thing. Fall out
Yeah,
the
I would
window.
avoid following in the footsteps of Bran.
Oh, this bit. Oh,
She's really trying, and
I
you're
know,
just being
she-
so horrible.
What, she was so good. Like, I really remember like watching her, and I was really uncomfortable in the scene because I like didn't know what to do with my hands. And usually, you know, I'm sitting down where I'm like fiddling with something, but I didn't know what to do with my hands.
I
And
just did.
I watched her, and she was like so like fluid with all the props and stuff, and she was just like someone to look up to. And it's the same with Peter. Actually, Peter can just, you know, he's never awkward. And that's like one of my main issues when I'm acting.
Answer 1,000 questions and teach you how to do your job.
Oh, you look so sad.
Oh, it's been a hard day.
It has.
Just give me some time, Shay, please. I need to compose myself.
What accent was that?
I don't know.
I need to compose myself.
I need to compose myself.
Just brush my hair.
Needs a good brush. Looks awful.
Thanks, Maisie.
Try and brush my hair. Be like,
Brush gets broken. That my hair was actually really knotty, so it was kind of awkward when she was brushing it. Like all my hair was like coming out on the brush. I know.
just a bit where Tyrion tells everyone different stories.
I think it is.
I love
loved
this
it.
bit.
At first, I was like, "Did he just change shape?" And then I was like, "Ah, no, No.
What happened?
He's like, oh, watch Isaac, watch it. It's
Isaac,
fantastic.
honestly, just watch.
He wants to know who he can trust, basically. So he tells three different people.
I remember this.
Three
Who he's
different
marrying
stories.
Marcella to.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was awesome.
I thought this was really clever, like putting it all into one scene.
And the way it runs all together, and
Yeah.
there's not even like a jump sort of between them. They look like it just kind of completely flows. It looks really good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's a clever plan. Clever old Tyrion.
But like not only like clever old Tyrion, but clever like clever script writing. Like, writing it as all one scene as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you forget you like attach it to the character, and then you realise it wasn't actually.
It's really cool.
Silent as the grave.
I love Pycelle. It's brilliant, like the way he goes from like a really like frail old man, and then he stands upright, and he's like,
Yellow.
he just changes his whole demeanour, and it's really cool.
This is the bit where it's going to change.
He's someone to watch out for
Bum,
in the
bum.
Game of Thrones.
Boom!
Oh, that was so cool! I forgot that happened.
Yeah.
Where he walks here and he turns back.
That begin this way.
Conleth.
It's funny because
so funny.
you think that like Varys is the one that you couldn't trust.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he actually
I
keeps
know.
the secrets.
Because when I was watching this, I was like, why is he telling them all different stories? And then I realised at the end, oh God, oh, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Spoiler. But yeah, when I realised at the end that
And we'll convince the boy to come to our side.
he wanted to know who he could trust.
Exactly.
But sorry, you were talking about Conleth. Go on.
I just said Conleth is really funny. Just
Again, haven't worked with him, but I spoke
I know
more
we're
to him
also
today.
far away. We're so far away.
Yeah.
For everyone, like.
It's good that
I'm
people
glad
are
it's not
laugh,
like-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if everyone was so serious, it would be half
a
as
bit
enjoyable.
and I think we all have to laugh like off set because it kind of can get really, really depressing.
Yeah, you're away for so long, and I know it's not that far from home, but it's across the Narrow Sea. Joking.
All the scenes and stuff come off
I've
really
always
intense
thought-
day. You need a laugh.
Yeah,
I've always thought like the city, the whole country of Westeros, like the main bit looks a bit like Britain.
Yeah, I think that's what it was
and
actually
then, like-
modelled after.
Was
like
it?
George's idea.
It looks like
I
an
may be
upside
wrong.
down one.
I may be
That's
wrong,
so
but
cool.
that's
No, yeah.
I think that was the intention.
Wow.
Oh wait, has it changed
What do you
again?
know?
Is it Littlefinger now?
Yeah, I went to Littlefinger.
Why is he called Littlefinger again? Wasn't it explained?
Because he came from
the
a
land
bit of
of
land called the
Fingers,
Fingers,
and he was always very small as a boy. Bam.
Bam!
Wasn't that from one of the
I
lines?
started saying it first.
Oh, Petal. Petal.
But yeah, I don't know if they kept that bit in the first
Oh no,
season.
I think they did. I think
Did
they
they keep it in?
did. 'Cause, yeah, he's chatting to Ned.
You're
No,
chatting to
you.
me.
He's chatting to you.
So I
isn't
think,
he?
why are you called Littlefinger? And everyone thinks I'm really rude, but I'm just asking an honest question. I want to know why it's called Littlefinger.
Fair enough. It's a weird nickname.
And
What
I
other
worked
nicknames?
with Aidan Gillen as well this
What was
season.
he like?
Yeah.
He was really, really lovely because I hadn't had much to do with him before. We did a little bit together in the first season. Yeah, I was working with him and Charles Dance, and it was brilliant. And they were really long scenes, and I didn't have much to do. I was just being like a little maid. But it was great because then I could watch what they do. We're going to fast forward through this bit.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
You monster.
Oh boy, they've worked it out.
Oh, I
So-
think she's brilliant.
But
Lena.
this is a good bit because she thinks he is being serious, but there you go. Bum bum bum.
And that tells that it is
Pycelle.
Mr. Evil Pycelle.
I know.
And then he rips off his beard like humiliation.
Humiliation, yeah.
But I think these two work together so well.
I know. And I can't remember what episode. I think it was episode like 9 or 8. When
What, season 1 or 2?
the season 2.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Lena and Peter have that scene where
Dropped a glass.
Cersei is like breaking down, and and Tyrion, you know, has to kind of wants to comfort her, but like can't.
Yeah.
And I thought that was such a good scene. And they're so good together, but it's because they're like friends as well, isn't it?
They're a pretty
in
messed
real
up
life.
family, to be honest. I know they're evil, but I do kind of feel for them sometimes.
We could just have like a whole spin-off show, reality, living with the Lannisters.
God, it'd be hell.
Be an interesting
Be more
show.
dramatic than Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
This bit, I'm that sad that I paused the Sky screen so I could read what that says.
Same.
Isn't he going
But
to send it
people
to
like-
Rob and tell him what's going on, but then he burns
Yeah,
the
and
letter?
then he burns it.
People actually, they write all this out. It's insane.
I know, people actually write
There
the
was that
letters.
entire book of the histories of
History
and
of-
they wrote all of it out.
because
It was
I
insane.
used that with Tywin in a couple of episodes time, and the book of names and houses and all sorts
I love
of
that
stuff.
shot.
That's cool. Yeah, the dark bits and then
Darkness and just
This
the
is
Where are
this is
we?
the bit that I love.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
kind of like
so it's finally being
reintroduced into the
accepted.
family.
Yeah.
But do you know, this would be
Looks
my
quite
worst thing
cold.
to do ever, because they pour water all over his face, but then he blinks, and then I would hate it because the water would go all in my eyes.
I know, same.
I'd be such a wimp, and I'd be blinking like.
I'd be like, don't let my makeup come off. Typical me.
that can't have been very warm, especially
you can see the
standing in the
winds.
sea because the boots aren't
Location.
exact-
Look.
Oh, boy.
Actually, no. He was wearing a dry suit, so it was okay.
Oh,
Oh, that's fine. But he would have still been freezing.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
have been cold. Everywhere's cold. in
Okay, this
Belfast.
would be my worst thing.
Oh.
Okay, now to open his eyes. See.
Bless him with steel.
I would have hated that.
It would be so cold. Actually, do you think it might have been warm water?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, you never know.
may never die.
That was a brilliant impression.
Thank you. I've been
You
working
should be
on it.
you should be an ironborn priest, Maisie.
This is fantastic. It's like such a powerful moment, and this is when he just like turns crazy.
Oh yeah, I love Alfie in this scene.
But look,
like,
because
no,
he's just
and
been
this whole
accepted
season.
into the family, but he looks over and no one really seems to be happy.
I know.
He's got to prove it now, I
He's
guess.
constantly, trying
Determined
to do the right
face.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
So Tyrion's
Never pays off.
Contemplating
about
what to
who's
do next.
Exactement.
evil.
I don't appreciate being made a fool of, dwarf.
Here we go.
If Miss Sella marries the Martell boy, she can't very
He's
well
really
marry
good
Robin
as well.
Allen, can she?
Aidan.
Yeah.
Like as we were saying before, I had a scene with him in episode 10 season 2, and he is so intense in the scene. Like even if it's just a normal talking scene where there's not really much emotion in it, he's still so intense, and I think that's
Yeah, it
what
looks
makes
really
him
good.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny how Tyrion does all this to try and find out who he can trust, but then he realises that now
Yeah,
no
no
one
one's
else
gonna
can
No
trust
one's
him.
going to trust him. I know.
Oh, the irony.
What are you like, Tyrion?
But he's so likeable that everyone's like, oh yeah, you lied to me, but that's okay, I'll still be your friend.
Yeah, he's got all the great lines. He's got some really good comic lines.
No, you don't.
Okay, we're going to fast forward this bit.
Fast forward noise.
What is the meaning of this?
This room, they basically film almost all of the scenes in that one room and just change the set around.
The tower I fell out of and my bedroom were the same tower. One
Yeah.
day it was that, and then I came in the next day and it was completely. It was
Yeah.
crazy. The set
Yeah.
decorators are absolutely amazing.
It's insane.
I love how he just pulls up a chair and sits down and
Just a casual conversation.
Trying to get excuses now. Pycelle.
You know when they do a close-up on the coins?
yes.
They're tiny things like that. I came in to film a scene straight after Peter had filmed this scene. And I just saw on the monitor they kept doing the close-up of Tyrion, doing For Your Troubles and putting the coins on the chair. And they went over and over and over again on it. It's
And it's
insane.
just one tiny little shot.
Yeah, one tiny little shot, and it can take 15 minutes to shoot. Just a tiny thing like
And
that.
it's over in a second.
Yeah. And I think people don't,
People don't realise how
Oh, my life savings were hidden in that bed. What are you doing?
Brill.
I think Tyrion really suits that badge.
I know, he looks awesome. It's such a shame Tywin... Well, it's not a shame because he kind of saved them from imminent death.
Yeah.
It's a shame that Tyrion didn't get to stay hand because he's got it all under control.
Well, he did.
He did. Until it all went down.
I think he's a really good hand.
Fast forwarding.
But yeah, no offense to like Ned, but Tyrion's better hand.
I know.
Sorry, Daddy.
Fast forward a bit, it's Rudy.
You know, Ned always like told the truth.
Yeah. It almost got him in
work out
more
well.
trouble.
Yeah, Westeros, lie as much
I
as
love
you
this
can.
story. Hang on, does he tell the story this bit?
This is the one that was in like
In
so
the
many
adverts,
of the adverts.
yeah. Oh, I love this story.
What's
This
the story
riddle
about?
He says once
It's
there was a
the riddle.
rich man,
A sellsword
and
and
something
someone else.
Yeah,
But
you
my
hear it. It's
yeah,
really, really good.
The man.
But the
bids to
way
someone that do
Conleth delivers his lines.
Oh my god, I know. It's
Even like in the
brilliant.
read-throughs, like it's
He changes like yeah. He's insane.
and he's really spooky on screen as well. But then he's so sarcastic. I always think I've upset him because he's like, Maisie, what are you looking at? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like, I'm joking. I was like, oh, okay.
And I sit next to him on the read through and he just doodles on his scripts and I'm like, Conleth, your line's next. He's like, oh, thanks. He's so funny.
Who lives?
Who dies?
Brill.
Depends on the sellsword.
Tyrion, you're not taking this seriously. It has a metaphorical meaning.
But yeah, it's a good scene.
I know, I think it's one of the best scenes actually. It's one of my favourite scenes anyway.
Sometimes Varys says things and you're like, what? And then like a couple of episodes later, you're like, oh, I understand. Because you just think like he's talking rubbish and then you realise that actually the stuff he's telling you is important.
I know. And like Varys, you know, isn't as big a character as Daenerys, but he's equally like you need to watch out for him
Yeah.
just as much as people like Daenerys and Jon Snow.
And he always finds out all these things and everyone's like, how did you know that? He's like, I have little birds. And I'm like,
know.
oh, but you clearly don't.
Plus, like, Littlefinger's someone to watch out for. He's
Yeah.
definitely...
You never know.
Yeah,
which is why
you're not sure
Tyrion
what's
does that
going
thing
on.
to wonder who he can trust.
Yeah. Oh, this is
Oh,
the
I love this
episode
scene.
where...
This was a split
Poor,
day when we filmed this, yeah. But the funniest thing is because this scene is quite long and we went from start to finish every single time, we didn't really pick up much.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Apart from obviously these little shots and stuff we picked up, but we ran it through, I don't know how many times that day. But it was so funny. But because it's such a long scene, Ben, you can actually see him in the background on the right. Kept falling asleep and snoring.
Did he?
They've added in some fake
That's
snores
hilarious.
here, but Ben was genuinely snoring and it was so funny.
Oh my god. He's so funny, Ben. He's so good at impressions.
Yeah.
Ben is so funny.
But then, of course, this is when Yoren dies and he's no longer with us.
Can Game of Thrones, like, can George stop killing off, like, my favourite characters,
The good
please?
guys. I mean, come
I
on
don't
now.
think there's a single happy ending.
Ever.
Well, we don't know yet. The
Ooh.
books haven't finished being written.
Maybe it'll all just end. It's all just a dream, and they wake up and everything's fine.
But working with Francis was really, really lovely.
Yeah.
And we didn't have very much to do because obviously this is only the third episode and he's gone.
Aye.
We did in this next scene when we do the fight, that was his last night. And it was really, really lovely. And it was a nice way to kind of end on these night shoots. His last scene was when he dies, so it was, it was...
Yeah, it never usually
and what a way to
happens.
die as well.
I know.
But this bit's really good.
He dies heroically in the name of justice.
I'm sure.
I close my eyes and I see them up there.
Yoren gives Arya the idea of reciting people who she wants dead.
Yeah.
And this is when it twigs in her head that she starts going a little bit crazy.
I know. The people Arya meets influence her so much.
Yeah.
But I think that's the same with so many characters. Because, like, Littlefinger influences Sansa.
Yeah.
You know, like, in episode 10 of this, you can already see, like, the cogs turning in, like, her head, like, you know. she's got to start lying better. You know how it is.
I think with characters is that you don't know very much about him, like Yoren, you don't know much about him, and now this is when you start to see his past, and you're like, this guy's like an interesting character, and then they get ripped away from you. So as soon as you get like a little connection with these characters, like it, yeah.
I know. Don't get too attached.
Yeah, you can't get attached to anyone in Game of
Don't
Thrones.
get attached to the characters.
Yeah, and it's like almost like her second dad now.
I know.
So it's a bit
sad.
I can't even remember my brother's name anymore.
Stuff these kids go through.
I know.
Us kids.
It's
And
a
Rob
harsh
and John.
reality of medieval fantasy.
Yeah, it's sad. That was a really good close up. I love that close up, and I remember
There's a photo out there of this scene.
There's like that close up, like that reminded me of, because I was talking to you earlier, Maisie, about that line in the book where it says something. You know, she has tears in her eyes, but she can't let them fall, or something along those lines, and like that just reminds me of that line in it.
Thanks, I guess.
What do you mean, I guess?
Thank you very much, Sophie.
No problem, Maisie Williams.
They had to bury him with it.
I think Arya's quite stupid because when Jaqen gives her the 3 names, she could just say Joffrey, Cersei. Well, there's Samarin and Ilyn Payne, but I think she should just say the Hound. Joffrey, Cersei, the Hound. But then, no, she reels off these people that have only done one thing to her, and these people killed her. Oh, silly girl. Silly, silly, silly girl.
I don't know. I think she has a bit of a plan.
Maybe if she just does that Valar Morghulis
This
bit.
so look, Ben's still asleep. You can see Ben's still asleep, and look, Eros wakes him up. It's so funny.
No, I'm not afraid.
That's hilarious. Was this a night shoot then, did you say?
It was a split day, this scene, and then us running out, and then the night shoot started the day after, and then as soon as we ran outside, this is the first night shoot that we did. We kind of actually filmed this in order too.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's useful when you can like actually do something in chronological order.
Yeah.
How long were the light shoots?
Never happens.
We got called at 7, and then I had quite early nights both times. I went back sort of 4, which is quite good. Well, that's not early. Yeah, it was early in the morning. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I think Eros was there till 7 in the morning one night. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It could have been a lot worse.
Was this Eros's last scene as well?
Yeah, this is
Eros
also
dies
Eros's
as
last
well.
scene. Oh.
Well, not actually. His character dies.
That was so funny. That right behind that bush is just a big drop kind of thing, like a little ditch. So everyone kept falling down the ditch and having to run back up again to hide out of the bushes. It was so funny.
I don't think
That bush, like, there's a little tiny stubby bush, and then they've just stuck loads of bits with cable ties on it. Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
that must have hurt.
Oh, I love this bit.
Ooh.
Well, I say I love it, but you know.
It's kind of graphic.
Violence prevails.
But yeah, it was good for Francis to do this all as well, because no one's really seen Yoren fight much yet.
How good a fighter he is, yeah.
And like, I think sometimes you see fight scenes and they don't really look like they're going quick enough. And with this one, it goes so quick.
I know.
Oh, gruesome. Poor bloke.
He goes out with a bang. Oh my god.
Hotboy's just like, no.
Oh, this is...
Now this is hilarious because it was 4 o'clock in the morning and they wanted me to actually jump through a flame, but they only had it on low, and then they were like, it was one of the surreal moments. I'd just woken up because I had a little break, and they were like, okay, so we've sprayed your trousers with fire retardant spray, so they should be okay. And it was like 4 in the morning, and I was like, what?
I am not jumping.
And they're like, you're going to jump through a
fire.
flame. But it didn't really look very realistic because there's a huge fire around the cage and then a tiny little fire leading up to it.
Oh,
so it didn't look very realistic. So
How
instead,
did
we
the
had
fire
a huge...
even start?
You see at the beginning, someone knocks over
Oh, right.
lantern.
Just
kind of
random
thing.
fire appears to make it more action.
What do we have here?
Oh no.
Oh, the poor needle.
This bit.
It's such a shame.
I know.
And
it's like the last bit
wearing
of
my
Ned
outfit,
that she can hold on to.
Yeah, the last bit of home that she can hold on to. Because now Yoren's gone as well, so she's like stuck with Hot Pie and Genji, who she's only just kind of met, and she doesn't really trust either of them very much. Poor Arya.
Oh no! Oh, and it's poor old
Lomé.
Oh, this guy is not a nice bloke. Yeah,
I think Arya's really clever.
Good thinking, Arya.
On
Is
the
it
ball.
Arya? Arya?
It's Arya.
I say Arya. I prefer Arya, so I'm changing my name.
But I remember in the pilot,
I'd like to register for a name change, please.
in the pilot, David and Dan had me going over and over the pronunciation for that one bit where you flick pigeon pie at me, and I go Arya. I was like Arya.
Oh,
Arya.
Oh,
Took me about 20 takes to get it right.
This was the night when Eros stayed till like 7 in the morning, but he was buzzing because he had all this prosthetic on his leg and on his neck because obviously he had the arrow in his leg, and then his neck got stabbed, and it was really good. And I think it's even worse that he gets stabbed with needle. Oh, because it's like Arya's sword, and this bit was fun.
Yeah.
You're looking for him, you've already got him.
See, quit on the ball. You are.
You want Genji?
You are Arya. Arya.
Arya. You already got him. Ooh, Shatang, girl.
Bosh.
I'm so glad that they write good lines because I'd never be able to come up with that myself. And this bit we did ADR for because we weren't sure how we were going to do the ending, and I did so many different lines, and I remember watching it on television and realising which one they picked because I wasn't sure which one they were going to do. But
and the credits. What an awesome episode.
Well done.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for watching.
This
We
is
love you guys.
Maisie Williams signing off.
Isaac Hempstead Wright signing off.
And Sophie Turner signing off.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Oh, credits. Credits.
Maisie D. Hey, I didn't know there's another Maisie on this show.
Oh yeah, she was the Pycelle tour.
Oh, fantastic. Really? Oh, cool.
I think. But she was really
meet
nice
her.
actually. Spoke to her once. Really nice.
All these people, like, you've probably met, but I just can't remember the names sometimes. You're like, I swear I know
And there's so
that
many people,
person.
like, people say behind the scenes is in, like, watching people film it, but behind the scenes to us is, like, people, like, at HBO and people that we never, ever get to see because, obviously, we work with the camera
Oh, the
guys
drivers.
every day.
I love the drivers. Yeah. It's Ryan, who's really cool. Right.
They're all really cool.
They're all brilliant.
All of them.
So, I'm sure you guys are still watching the credits.
Yeah, and we're just gonna
sing.
keep talking.
And
Bye-bye.
Au revoir. Merci beaucoup. Goodbye.